Welcome back to the Cruise Dynasty Podcast. Back at it again, doing what we do. In the middle of the playoffs, man. I'm hyped, but trying to keep it cool too. Trying not to talk too much shit yet. Maybe a little bit though, you know what I mean, Craft Man? What's going on, big dog?
Just ready to get and talk some football, man. I got one league left. One league left for me in the playoffs. I got knocked out both the dynasty leagues last week. Just Noah came by and kicked my ass and went on down the road and left me there to fucking die.
Crazy, man. See Swizzy in the building. What's good?
Not much. I'm in 2 leagues, and I'm in the Final Four in both of them bitches. Let's go. I'm going for the back-to-back in the home league. Back-to-back.
Yep, I'm let's see, Final Four in the home league in the semis with Chris. Then in my top redraft league, my second most important league, I'm in the Final Four going against the Craft, man. And then I got put out in my family league. Joker, I lost to the same person 2 years in a row, man. Crazy.
That's the way it goes. Hey, I'm in the semis and randos, man, if any of y'all really care about that. But
I could not
I
give
just look
one.
at it, I'm like, damn, I won. Sweet.
I just could not give a hoot about randos.
I know. I feel like the only reason that I even be doing randos would be like to just draft, and then I just forget about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I did. I drafted in that rookie draft. Went and got my Tank Bees and all that. And then just left that. Hey, that league ain't. You know how it is, Craft, man. I already knew I was hopping out of that league. Now I'll probably hop in a startup maybe 2 years from now. Hopping one more,
Yeah.
which I think.
I don't know. I'm about leagued out. I got my 2 main dynasty and my 2 main redraft, and I'm good. Like 4, I think 4 is like the perfect amount.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Little
hopping
both.
in another redraft next year. Definitely getting in another redraft. No doubt.
Shit, we were talking about Levi. No, we're talking about creating a league like a whole bunch of ridiculous scoring and stuff like that, like bonus points for yards and.
We should for real do one that's like defensive players and stuff like that.
How about the IDP or
Keep
IDF
league.
or what?
I want to do a keeper.
Yeah,
that's
I
gonna
would be
my-
down to do a keeper league.
I'm gonna be real. That's gonna be the next league I hop in. It's gonna be a keeper league. Might do it next year. Might hop in the keeper league. That might be what I do next year. My next little project.
Yeah,
I'll get out not doing a startup, but
get out of randos and then do the keeper league.
yeah,
Then
yeah, a good idea, Craft man. I'm with y'all. All right, well, shoot, man. What are we talking about? Are we talking about? All right, basically, we just gonna do a little worth the first. Would you give up a 24 first for this guy, for that guy? Talk about some of the value of these guys because now we're at basically the regular season's over. Shoot, some people still trading. There's a lot of debate out there for no trade deadlines and stuff like that. We talk about it in our leagues, but we got trade deadlines in every league I'm in. What y'all even think about that, Craft man? You a trade deadline guy?
Yeah, I like trade deadline, and I mean, I have one that's pretty early, like week, I don't know, like week 11, and then I have one that's like week 14. I actually like the early one because it forces people to, in Dynasty at least, it forces people to make a decision what route they're trying to take early before they know too much.
Yeah, I don't really care. I was trying to say let's get rid of our whatchamacallit, trade deadline in the home league, but I was really just saying shit. I don't really care. I do like it at least right up to the playoffs though.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. So you can make moves all the way up to there. What you think, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way, like all the way up to the playoffs. I just don't think you should be able to trade during the playoffs. But I could see the appeal of why some people would like it to happen. Because you got to think, you get there, like somebody that's desperate to win a championship will give up a lot of shit in Dynasty, if you give them the right pieces. and
Yeah.
you
Just
can capitalize off of it. But still, at the same time, like once you make it to the playoffs, I feel like you shouldn't be able to trade. You should have already made your moves, and then you gotta manage that roster through the playoff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with y'all. I mean, I'm pretty much in on the trade deadline, but all right, man, we just gonna go through some players, and then you just say what it. I don't know. We'll just basically say, is he worth the first? Is he not? Maybe get into how high a first is, or how high a first we'd fucking pay for some of these dudes like Javante Williams. Would you pay a first for Javante Williams, Craft man?
I got Javante in Dynasty, and I was trying to ship him off for a first at the beginning of the year, any first. Nobody really came to me with it. So I'm not sure if his value has grown during the season, or I feel like it's just been kind of stagnant because he don't look like the explosive back that came out of college to me. I mean, he's just the injury, I guess, but I mean, I feel like he's just a hold right now. And if I could get a first, I would, but I don't think he's worth a first.
Right.
What do you think, Chris?
I offered you a first for Javante Williams at the beginning of the year, and you declined it. So you sit on a throne of lies, Kraft.
I can't remember all the.
I wouldn't give up a first for him. Not at this point. I need to see something more. I thought they were going to be better this year. It's still like fantasy wise, it's just not good. Not good.
Yeah, the way I see it is if you've had him, I feel like you feel all right because you really wasn't even expecting this dude to play this year. This dude just went a whole season
that's true.
and stayed healthy all the way through. So I wouldn't sell him for a sec. I don't know, a late first. I would just have to see what the board looks like. Like basically, I got a little mock draft that I've seen right here. We're talking about a late first, like 10 through 12 is like Bo Nix, Troy Franklin. I don't even know who else, but talking about guys like that. Like I don't know about Bo Nix, but I think I might rather have Javante over them guys. Maybe I don't know. What you think? Who's Troy Franklin? Oregon. Chris, you know who Troy Franklin is?
No, I know who Bo
Utah?
Nix is, but
You know,
Bo
Craig.
Nix kind of like what's his name? He been in the college for a long fucking time. Bo Nix has.
I think he's 29. He's just like it's crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. I saw on ESPN the dude was in his 9th year. He was a 9th year senior. I was like, golly, shouldn't have got way out of hand.
Yeah.
He was throwing touchdowns to Julio back in the day, man.
That's what I'm saying. He was throwing touchdowns to people that have went to the NFL, had their career, and retired already.
Right.
Kind of deal. Like I saw something the other day. What's his name throw passes to Sony Michel, and then he got to the NFL. Sony Michel done play his old NFL career and retired.
I'm saying, man. And then all this transfer portal stuff, like I don't even know where these players are these days. It done got wild. But all right, so Javante, here's what we're saying. So you're saying if somebody come at you with a first for Javante right now, you're selling it?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I would take
my team. My team ain't
112.
My team's not in a great position to be getting rid of running backs. I only have 2 left. So, I mean, if you had other running backs, then for sure.
What about 2 seconds? I come at you with 2 seconds.
Maybe. I think I could do that if they were early enough. I don't really want no back end second round picks.
Yeah, don't come at me, but 211 and 212.
Give me another fucking Tank Bigsby and shit.
Might as well give me a third then. Like shit.
Right. Too far. All right. Well, what about Ramondre, Crap man? Ramondre Stevenson. I was super high on Ramondre at the beginning of the year. He's been all right this year, but now he's hurt. Would you pay it first for Ramondre?
Oh man, I'm gonna say no. Yeah. I'm just gonna say no because I'm gonna stay on my throne of lies that Chris, I'm just going to say I just don't like Patriots running backs, and I don't know what his future is with them. He's talented, but I mean, I don't think I could do it. I'd rather just have the first and have a little flexibility of what I want, be able to get a receiver, a quarterback, or tight end.
Yeah, Chris, what you think? Where are you sitting on that one? Ramondre Stevenson.
Dude, that's about exactly where I'm at. Like, I don't trust it at all. The
Yeah,
quarterback situation, either way, it's it. Bill Belichick, fucking, he's like, oh, I like Mac this week, and then the next week it's Zappy, and it's like they both fucking suck. So then they just hand the ball off to Ramondre, and like you said, he gets hurt. It's a shit
Yeah.
show over there, and I'd rather, like Craftman said, give me the first and let me kind of pick something that I could get.
What
do you think, Matt?
What I think I don't know, man.
You like him the most out of
Yep,
us.
I do like him the most. I think it would just depend on what I'm looking like. It would just have to be straight team constructed type deal. Like if I had the chance to just shoot a 112 and get a Ramondre, I would do it in the right situation, the right team build. You know, ready to win. You just want to add a little running back. I'm all for it. I might would do it. Go for it.
Ramondre or Devin Singletary?
Man, Ramondre, man.
I would take Ramondre.
I don't think it's that far off.
I mean, yeah, I would say it's like not too far off.
What about
Jalen Warren or Ramondre?
Man, Ramondre, bro.
I might would go Jalen Warren.
Ooh, Matt. He's fallen from grace.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely failed. There ain't no doubt about it. Heck, I'm thinking Bill Belichick gonna be out of there after this year. Gonna go ruin some other franchise.
I got one more: DeAndre Swift or Ramondre.
I'm gonna take DeAndre.
Man, I'm gonna roll with old Ramondre. Let's go. Man, I don't know. We'll just have to see. That's the only thing I can say.
I think I'd take Swift.
Swift still look like with the Eagles?
I mean, he was just on a cheap deal this year. 1 year deal.
Is it a cheap 1 year?
Still on his rookie deal. They just took it over, I think, right?
And so he's got
okay.
one more year there?
Yeah, so he's got 1 more year. Or is this the last year?
This is the last year.
Okay.
This was his contract.
Yeah, so he's effectively a free agent pretty much.
But one thing I didn't know when he went to Philly is DeAndre Swift is from Philly.
Yeah.
Like, born and raised. So, like, he could just take a lesser deal and stay with them if he wants.
That's what I would do.
They'd like him back.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might be Kid of Gamewell time up there.
We've been saying that a long time. It's not Rashad Penny time.
No, hell no.
It was never Rashad Penny. Hey, Matt, I've been meaning to ask you, speaking of Rashad Penny, I had him in a couple best balls. How are your best ball leagues looking? Have you looked?
Oh, my best balls ain't shit. I think I've lost way more money than won.
Really?
Oh yeah, big time. Not. I mean, I'm in play for a lot of them, but
he kept slamming on Treylon Burks, and he just kept disappointing his ass every time, dude.
Yeah, dude. And I was hitting on the dip on Jonathan Taylor and the dip on Cooper Kupp, and like that it hadn't paid off all the way. My best ball has been trash. Rashad Bateman, I was hitting on him, and I mean, I was going. Oh man,
yeah.
You live and you learn, though. I got some new strategies for next year because, man, you know how many times. Yeah,
receivers. The one that I'm doing best in, I'm in second, and I did like 4 $25 ones or whatever. And the one I'm in second, I got it was all receivers. That was it. Like AJ Brown, CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Whoever else, maybe Tyreek, I can't remember. I don't think I got him, but I mean, my running backs are Joe Mixon and Aaron Jones.
Man, drafted no CMC. I didn't draft none. Well, I mean, I think I did some, but not a lot.
Yeah, I did get Sam Laporta in that one. I think he's the reason that I'm fucking in second place.
Hey, yeah. I gave David. We all did give David a lot of hate for that trade, but in the little startup. But that paid off for David, man. He got fucking like the number one tight end, Sam Laporta.
Golly,
I know,
Or
right?
Trey McBride. I like Mr. Trey McBride now.
Yeah, I like Trey McBride too.
Hey, this year when we do our dynasty rankings, it's gonna be a little bit funner to do tight ends this year.
Man, you
Right.
say that, but no, it's not.
At least the
I
It's
top
think
really
like
so.
4 or
not.
5. Top 4 or 5 for real. 6
It'll
or
Yeah.
just be
7.
like
Oh,
two
I
new
don't
people
know.
in there, and then we'll be like, man, fuck tight ends. Damn.
We get a good top 8 out of that though. Maybe.
I think so
I don't
too. We
know.
got some good tight ends coming in. Like I still think Michael Mayer has value.
I seen him just score a touchdown
Whenever
the
he
other day.
gets, when he gets the ball.
He's following that Trey McBride path. I feel like this time
Yeah.
next year, I think we'll be talking about Mayer, like
Yeah.
we're talking about McBride. So he's a buy
All right.
low.
I got one more running back for you, Kenneth Walker. Worth the first. I would easily pay a first for Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, we'll pay it
Almost not
first.
even debatable. What do you think, Crab? Is that debatable to you?
No, I'd take a first for Walker. There was a trade that went down in my other dynasty league, and somebody traded a first. It's a late first, and Devin Singletary for Kenneth Walker, and I felt like that was so. I mean, it wasn't the worst, but I'd still rather have Kenneth Walker. I think.
Yeah. I think I'd rather have Kenneth Walker on. I mean, I think if it's like a top 9 pick.
What happens with Charbonnet though? I mean, his ceiling's still capped. I mean, the most you're getting out of him any given year is like a solid RB2, probably back end RB1.
Charbonnet definitely ain't worth it. I mean, heck,
But he
in our
kills
last
Walker.
episode, me and you just took him in the back half of the second.
He's still a pain though. He's a pain in the ass. Like that's what he's going to be. He's going to be a pain in the side of Kenneth Walker managers for a long time because he's still a good player.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but he had a good year this year with them. I wouldn't be too worried about it. Kenneth Walker's definitely the man up there. Charbonnet, he had his opportunity. He ain't.
He's okay, man.
There's levels to this shit. He should be producing better for me in redraft, or I would be top of the line. I'd be top notch if he could do some shit.
Who's that?
Charbonnet.
Name? Yeah.
Man, I had one trade. It was like Josh Downs for Charbonnet at one time. Now I look back at that trade. I think that trade was a nothing burger right there. I thought it was like a big deal at the time.
Who was it?
Charbonnet and Josh Downs.
Okay.
I thought it was like a big time deal at one time. I was thinking, man, this right here could pay off either way.
I remember Will traded in our league like Singletary for like a second, and now I was like, man, what the hell? Like this is just like this is crumbs. But shit, Singletary looked like he might win Will a championship.
Dang, for a second round pick, I picked him up off the waiver wire and sent him over there for a second.
Yeah,
that's some good man. Doo-doo, I can't wait for Doo-doo in the offseason. I got some work to do, man. That's gonna be fun. I ain't gonna lie.
You gonna finish last or second to last next year?
Well, if I do, I'm gonna keep my 25 first. Be sitting good then. All right, let's talk about some wide receivers right here, Crab man. DJ Moore, top of the list. Is he worth the first? I'm gonna say yes. Definitely a late first.
Yeah, I think so. How old is he now? Like 26 or something? He's still young, right?
Yeah, like 26, 25, yeah. 26.
So I think easily. What about a mid first? Would you do like if you knew it was like a 105 to 107?
Nah, I'll keep the first.
Keep the first, yeah. I'm with you. I think I would too. I don't know. Maybe 10 back at the end of the first. If I could trade a 1, 10, 11, 12 and get DJ Moore, I think I'm doing that all day. Might look into that.
Who's their quarterback next year?
Shoot. I don't know, man. Might be Justin Fields.
Could be. I don't know. If it's Fields, I mean, he's been producing pretty good with Fields. It wouldn't be the worst thing if Fields came back. What do you think, Chris? You're a Panthers fan and you love him. He's so talented.
He is talented. He is talented. Yeah. I mean, if I could sell a late first and get DJ Moore, like, yeah, I would do that instantly.
Oh, you would sell him?
Like, if I could get
Yeah,
DJ
yeah.
Moore for a late first.
Oh, yeah. Shoot, somebody. If you had DJ Moore, somebody comes at you with the 08, you would keep DJ Moore.
I would probably be like, it'd have to be like, I would say like 105 to 107 ish, around there.
Well, here's a player to compare them: Debo or DJ Moore. Who would you rather have, Matt?
Like I'd rather have Debo. I'm sorry to, I like Debo. I wish I had him on my team.
Not you, Chris.
I would still go with Debo, yeah, just because I mean that team's just too fucking good. Like every
What
time you
about
think,
Metcalf?
so
DJ
give
Moore?
me DJ Moore. Fuck DK Metcalf.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That one's tough.
That dude's a bum.
Here's a good one. This is a younger guy, but showing some flat. What about Nico? Nico Collins for DJ Moore.
Like I'm rolling with Nico.
I
like
think
Yeah.
Nico.
I don't know. That one's kind of tough for me.
If they both stay with the teams and nothing much changes, I would like Nico because I just feel like their offense is better. Like the way that their offense is run around the receivers is better than Chicago's.
Is this his third year with Houston? I want to say,
Nico's?
yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
got 1 year left on the contract.
Yeah.
Y'all think Houston brings in a receiver in the offseason? You think they're just going to roll with Nico and Tank Dell?
That's how I would roll. Nico and Tank.
No Marquise Brown, no T. Higgins.
Well, they've taken an early receiver like the past 2 years because they took John Mechie pretty early too.
Yeah.
You know, and so I don't know.
Tank Dell is like 165 pounds. Like one game, he might just blow off in the wind. Plays in Buffalo, man, they're going to be in trouble. Like Cleveland or something, Chicago. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens with the Texans these next couple of years. And receivers, like I don't think they would bring in no like T. Higgins or nothing like that. That's kind of what I was thinking whenever you said bring somebody in like that. They ain't gonna go get a T. Higgins. I wouldn't do that. Hollywood, I guess if he was cheap enough, I would entertain anything. I mean, I still like Hollywood, and if he was like your third or fourth guy, I'd be all right with
You
that.
don't get that far down, huh?
Yeah. So I mean,
that value's taking a lick.
all right, Craftman, Rashi Rice,
Yes.
first round pick.
Yep. I'd rather have Rice.
I'm with you all the way. What about like a mid first, like Rashi Rice or a mid first?
We just did our little redraft in the rookies. I can't remember where he went. I think it was like 8 or so, something like that. Maybe in the back of the first. So I think it'd have to be like 106 or later.
Brock Bowers. You get Brock Bowers or
Give me Bowers.
What about
if he goes to a good landing spot?
Did y'all ever watch
He's coming to Carolina?
Adunze for Washington?
Give me Rice.
Y'all ever said Adunze? Y'all ever seen him? Adunze for Washington?
Yeah.
What about him or Rice?
I'll take Rice.
Rice.
So Rashi Rice he's went way up in y'all's eyes. Because you were probably getting him in the back half of the second.
I thought he was in like the front of the second last year. Wasn't he around like the Mingo range? Like the 202 or something?
I can't really remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah. I don't think he went that far.
Mid-second-ish. So, all right, then.
They're bringing in a receiver too, though. Kansas City is definitely they've got to bring in a receiver.
I would go get T. Higgins if I was them.
Every week, Kadarius Toney does something more and more and more just to make me think that this dude should not be on an NFL field every week.
Knowing that, would you sell high on Rashi Rice? Like knowing that Kansas City is going to bring in somebody.
I think I'd hold on to that one.
Yeah.
Rashi. I mean,
it's a good number 2 from Holmes. like, and Kelsey leaves, if he's like number 2 for Mahomes, that'd still be fine.
All right. What about Jaden Reed, your boy, for the Packers? See, I don't think he's worth the first yet. Somebody, but I mean, I'm not saying he couldn't be because I do like the Packers and what they're doing, but no way I would give up the first for Jaden Reed. I feel like, yeah.
I'll take Reed for like the back half of the first, like we said, 108 to 112. I'd probably take Reed.
Chris, what you think about that?
I mean, it'd have to be like back half, but I would probably just try to stick to the high second for him to try to get him. I don't think that I would give up a first yet.
He's definitely in that zone where I would be, where it's like I wouldn't sell him for a second. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't go out and buy him for a first.
Y'all just gonna miss out on the next Justin Jefferson, then, man. That's up to y'all.
I'm with you though. I mean, I like Jaden Reed.
I'm just playing. He's talented.
He's no DJ Moore.
He's no Terry McLaurin either. No DJ Moore, no Terry McLaurin.
What about Drake London? Where's he lie?
Dude, I still think Drake London is like just as good as Garrett Wilson. Yeah. If he got thrown the ball, because he's just like he's like a vacuum out there. Every time they throw it anywhere in his direction that's catchable, he's going to make a pretty spectacular catch. But that's a problem. He don't get many catchable targets, and you know who's gonna fix that problem is what I'm wondering. They got a head coaching problem, and they got a quarterback problem.
Yeah,
and they're just decent enough where they're not probably going to get a quarterback unless they trade for one. And you know, people are talking about Fields or Kyler, but that's still like a long shot.
Bring in Fields. I would love it.
But you're Drake London though. Like Fields is a good fantasy quarterback, but like passing wise, what's the upside?
Yeah, but I would say either way, no matter what, we know it's not going to be Ritter next year, no matter what. So I just think, I'm not saying it's automatically going to get better, but I mean, heck, I think we're starting Heineke this next week. I think I've already read that. So it's definitely, things are definitely going to be a little different no matter what. So this is the time to buy low on Drake London. I mean, I would definitely do it for a second. That's easy, right?
I'd still do it for a first too, because I'd like to bet on the talent and just hopefully something happens. I mean, usually talent wins out over time, so
right.
I think he'll be all right. Like, even if the quarterback situation is bad, just say like you get a Terry McLaurin type career, would you be happy with that? Like a mid wide receiver 2 for 4 years, 5 years or something? Would that be worth that first? Most likely, probably.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be happy with it though.
No. I mean, you want the upside, but that's probably what you're looking at right now until they get a quarterback in.
Man, hopefully one of these quarterbacks will drop to like the mid first round or the wherever we pick it from, back half of the first round or whatever, and we could get one of these guys. That'd be nice.
I'm trying to find him on here.
Sick of this shit in Atlanta. Sick of this shit.
Trying to figure out where he's finishing this year. Like
Chris, Ridley or Zay Jones, would you pay a first for any of them?
I just don't think that I would.
What if we put them together and we was like, you could have Ridley and Zay Jones or a first? What would you do?
I mean, that's like tempting, but at the same time, I don't ever see a world where I'm just gonna be starting both of them at the same time. Yeah. Like, so like the value is still really to me like either or is what I'm getting out of that.
So Craftman, you wouldn't pay first for Ridley?
Nah, I gave up John Dotson for him though.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was Chris. Who would you rather have, Jahan Dotson or Ridley?
I would take Ridley.
Oh man!
At this point, I've been a
Hey.
Jahan Dotson believer. I've been there for you, Dotson. I really have, but you let me the fuck down.
Hey, I'm
It's
thinking.
not him, man. It's not him.
It really isn't him. I'll be honest. Like, it's really not him.
It's about to be different in Washington. They done dropped low enough. They probably gonna get them a quarterback. Sam Howell about to be on the market. Sam Howell.
And what's so crazy is that Sam Howell hadn't really been playing that bad.
Nah, I agree.
That
So
dude been
what?
slinging the rock.
So we'll have to see what happens with all that, man. Can't wait for the off season.
Let me say Drake London right quick. I finally found him. He's a wide receiver, 38 on the year. He's got 5 more points than Gabe Davis. He's got 6 more points than Curtis Samuel.
Definitely, I would buy low on him. I mean, if I could get him for a second or a couple seconds, I'm doing that all day. I might look into doing. I'm looking about to cook something up in my home league right now, and we'll try to work something. I'm thinking about it right now, Christopher. I know who's got Drake London.
Yeah, I do too, and that's why I know that you're not going to be able to.
You gonna try to hold him too, Chris?
Would you
what?
trade?
You gonna try to hold on to Drake London too?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would probably hold on to him.
All right, Kraft. How about this? The season's over. We fast forward. The season's over. It just ended. Would you trade? Who would you rather have? Could I trade Cooper Kupp and go get Drake London?
I mean, is Cooper Kupp going to be with the Rams? Is Stafford going to be back? Is Sean McVay going to be back? I mean, I don't know.
Drake's got questions too, though. Who would you want?
If I was competing, give me Cooper Kupp. If everything stays the same, if Stafford's back and everything, if Cooper Kupp's back, I'll take a year of hopefully elite play rather than the wide receiver 38.
Rather than 5 more points than Gabe Davis.
Oh, man. Too funny. All right, Mike Evans. Worth the first? Would you pay a first for Mike Evans?
Mike Evans is 30 years old. Devontae Adams is like 31. So I think Mike Evans still got another year of 1,000 yards in him after this one. I mean, he's going to be 31 next year. Shit, he might just never stop.
Yeah.
One of the most underrated players in NFL history, I feel like.
I used to say it all the time. There's so many years where this dude was better than Julio Jones. I'm just being honest.
He's been a good pick in fantasy for like 10 years straight.
Yeah.
Like, you get value on him every time. But
Even
a first for Mike Evans, I'll sell Mike Evans.
Dang, Chris, would you sell? Chris, you got Mike Evans in the league. Right after this year is up, somebody comes at you with like the 110. You selling Mike Evans?
I probably wouldn't sell him for the 110. Maybe
Yeah.
like if I could get something a bit better, then yeah, probably. Because the season's done and over with.
Right.
And now I no longer gotta worry about, damn, is Mike Evans gonna play?
Yeah.
Is his joints hurting him yet? He's getting old. Like I don't know. Like,
is he a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
I would assume that yes. Yes, he's had how many 1,000-yard seasons? He's had so many.
8 in a row or something, 7, 8.
Yeah, it's like in there consecutive. Yeah, I think he's a Hall of Famer. You
just trade him for that 110 and you say, enjoy your 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns.
Yep.
And then you cry when he doesn't.
And then I just make other moves, get called a bonehead, and win the championship.
Man, I know, man. It is on like neck bone in these leagues right now, man.
Hey, I got one for you.
Go ahead.
Before you go,
man.
Stephon Diggs or Mike Evans next year?
I'm gonna say Stephon.
Yeah, Stephon.
And Stephon might be gone.
That's what I'm worried about.
I'm thinking it could be the year that man is out of there.
I don't know.
We'll have to see about that. Because part of the... Yeah. Yep.
He's like 32. I think Diggs is either 29 or 30.
Bring him to Carolina.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, yeah.
we could never get
Oh, yeah.
him, even because I feel like even with his age, he's still just gonna want to go somewhere to compete.
Go
We
to
could offer
Kansas
him probably
City.
something nice, and he probably wouldn't even do it. He should go to Kansas City. Like
Him
he
and T.
really
Higgins
should.
should just pull up. Skirt.
Nah.
Shit.
Stephon Diggs can go to KC. T. Higgins can come down to Carolina, and
Yeah.
he can slum it for a few years. You know.
He'd be hurt half the season every year.
Yep.
You enjoy that shit.
Yep. And then maybe one day you'll get traded and have like a good career, like Christian McCaffrey. And you won't be hurt every day.
Craftman, rank these guys right here. Kyron, Rashad White, James Cook.
I'd say Kyron first, and then give me James Cook, then Rashad White. Damn.
Oh, you
I
tripping,
don't know.
man. You got
I don't know, man. That was tough.
Chris, where
Rashad
you
White.
stand on that?
I'm going James Cook, Rashad White, Kyron Williams.
Where you going?
I go
But
Kyron,
it's really
Rashad
close.
White, and Cook.
To me, it's close with James and Rashad.
Shoot, Rashad's like a running back 5 on a year or something. 4 or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
4.
But like James Cook is like they're kind of the same. They're both these pass catching backs. Like they're fucking PPR monsters.
But Rashad White gets the goal line work, and I think Buffalo will. If they do anything, I don't think they're going to spend no crazy draft capital on a running back, but they're going to bring in some kind of bigger back to give them a break every now and again. They tried to do that this year, but they just gave up with Latavius Murray. They still put him in around the goal line, but Damian Harris got hurt, so they'll bring in Rashad Penny.
And then I'll be fine rolling with James Cook every week.
It feels good, I'll tell you what, to be rolling into the playoffs versus the Craftman with Christian McCaffrey and Rashad White right next to him, man. That jump feels good, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And
I'm
you talking
glad
about
you got. Did you get Rashad White from Matt, the other Matt in that trade?
I traded Kyler and got Rashad White and Chris Olave.
What? I mean, what the hell? One of the idiot trades and redraft I've seen.
I mean, he said for Chris Olave, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'll think about that because T-Law was playing bad, so I was hoping I could have some Kyler. And then the next day, I'm like in the drive-through somewhere, and I look down and I see Kyler for Olave and Rashad White. I hit that jump real fast. Changed my season around.
This is the same guy in a dynasty league traded James Cook and Brian Robinson for Nick Chubb after Nick Chubb got hurt because he wanted Nick Chubb for next year.
I mean, I get the idea, but I don't know, man.
I don't know. Yeah, like
he definitely
just gold sitting in your inbox like that is hard. That's how I felt that Josh Allen trade.
Yeah,
like I never even said one word to Zamil. Didn't even talk. Literally, because a few days before that was whenever it got heated in the fucking group chat.
Oh, yeah.
About the tanking. And then I was at work and then I got a ding. I was like, you've been sent a trade. I opened it up and this dude gave me like fucking Josh Allen, James Cook, Mark Andrews for Patrick Mahomes, Keaton Mitchell, and Josh Downs. Like shit. And at first,
Keaton Mitchell looked like he was headed in a good direction, though.
He did. He really did look like he was pretty good, but still, like,
yikes.
That's
why I texted y'all and I was like, "There's about to be some difference. There's a big difference in this league right
crazy."
I was looking at that shit like, what in the hell? But try not to judge dynasty trades anymore.
Exactly.
I feel like I'm always wrong about them.
Always.
I had one in a dynasty league, like this was like 4 weeks ago, and my brother traded Keenan Allen, Travis Kelce, and DeAndre Hopkins for Debo and Metcalf. And we were like, that's so stupid. Keenan Allen's going to win this guy a championship. Travis Kelce's going to help. I mean, he's going to win him a championship. And now I'm like, Give me fucking Debo and DK.
Right.
Yeah.
Kelsey been letting me
Yeah.
down.
And Keenan too. He probably. I don't know what his future's like either.
That's why I'm hoping with Jordan, because Jordan just got Keenan Allen, and I'm like, oh, now Keenan Allen in trouble. He's in trouble.
What are you so happy about that?
Man, dude, it's just crazy because there's a path, man. There's a path. There's a path to really. There's a path to 2 championships.
That's why you're happy, huh? Because I don't know
Man.
whether it's not Keenan or not.
I just think it's funny because, like, I mean, even Jamar Chase might be out this week. Like, some things are just looking up. Like,
That's why I
and
was hoping you could knock Noah out. Kraft, I was like, he ain't got Tyreek Hill. I was like, all right, Kraft's sitting pretty good, and then your team just dropped some duds. I was like, oh my god, dude, Kraft can't catch a break.
Jamar Chase and Garrett Wilson I knew it was going to happen eventually where they would just lose me a week because they don't have quarterbacks. I was just sitting there like, can't keep rolling with these guys and getting away with it. And it finally happened. Jamar got 8 and in a full PPR, and Garrett Wilson got 5. And he had Jared Goff with 41 points, so that helps.
Yeah.
Dick Blow, always in the thick of things, man. Always in the thick of things.
He's not because we're friends and shit, but he if I was a betting man, that's the money I'm going with.
And Doodoo?
Either him or JD, whoever. I feel like whoever wins that week. I do like Will's team, but it's going to depend on Dak and CD for him.
Mm-hmm. Got that stack, rolling with that stack.
If they perform like they did last week, Will would be done.
Yes, man. Yes, man. I just love fantasy football right now, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and knock JD out, and that way Christian McCaffrey is no longer a factor in the playoffs next week. Go ahead and knock him out.
You play Phil. I mean, you play Will.
Do I play Will? It says I play JD.
Nah, you play Will.
That's even better. Let's go. Let's go.
It's reseeded, so the 6th seed plays the 1 seed. The 1 seed plays the lowest seed, which you're the 6th seed.
Do it how the NFL does it.
Yeah,
we do our in the home league. We just do ours bracket style, man.
So you have to go in and change up the seating like manually now, don't you?
No, you just under the general settings, like at the beginning, it gives you the option to do a default, which is a bracket, or you just hit reseed and it just reseeds the playoffs. I did have to go in and change the seating based on where we finished because we were doing like second in the division would be ranked higher than like the last wild card team, even if the last wild card team had a better, win-loss record or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Well, hell, I do like that better then. So if I'm playing Will,
yeah,
because like you said, if Dak and CD don't perform, he's in trouble. But then again, too, like I'm kind of stuck with I need Eckler to play good, and I need Josh Allen to go off.
Good luck with Eckler, man. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I think
honestly might bench his ass, like I said.
Oof.
Eckler on the bench.
Where's Eckler's value right now?
You got stuck holding the bag.
You don't think he has one good year left?
Nah, I'm just kidding. I mean, I would definitely throw a second out there. If you can throw a mid to late second and get Eckler for a year. But you can't sell Eckler for a first, I don't think. I think them days might be done. That's the thing about them running backs. Their value could be high one day and then all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what to do about Eckler. If I had him, there's no way you could sell him for a younger guy, I feel like.
Eckler or Mixon? Who would you rather have?
Man, I'm going to still roll Eckler.
I think I got to say Mixon because you don't even know if – I feel like we don't even know if Eckler's going to be with the Chargers next year.
I don't think he'll be with the Chargers.
So
but he'll be – I don't know if he's going to be like a down.
Shoot, he heads on down to Miami or whatever and –
no, he's too slow for Miami. Miami don't be bringing in slow people.
Bills.
They about speed. The Bills, I don't know, man. It's going to be a team that needs like a pass catching back that has he's not going to be the full down, like every down back anymore. He's going to be
The Ravens.
The Ravens, yeah, I could see that.
He'll go get hurt in the training camp if he goes to the Ravens. They got the worst fucking luck with running backs that I've ever seen.
They really do.
Yeah. Man, crazy. All right, then we'll shoot, fellas. I guess we're just gonna wrap it on up. That was your little work the first for y'all. Some playoff talk too. Can't help it, man. You gotta slip that playoff talk in. Cause I'm sitting here like this today, baby. Let's go, man. My fist is clenched. I'm ready to go, man.
I'm just gonna say you're gonna have something shitty in your stocking on Christmas Day after you play me. It's gonna be a big old L hanging in your stocking.
2 leagues left. I need to win one. I got to get one dub this year.
Why do they do this shit on Christmas, man? Why do they do fantasy playoffs on Christmas and just ruin everybody's holidays? Most likely. Damn.
Because if I go out this week losing the dunk, I ain't talking for a month. That's a fact.
I'll still be able to talk because I still won the shit last year, so it's like I've won a championship.
Yeah,
you know?
Shoot, not me.
And made it back to the playoff.
You losing our home league and you ain't got a ring? Hell for another year.
Yeah.
And honestly, Kraft, man, back in the day, those little redraft rings, they don't even count. You got to have a dynasty championship or you ain't shit.
Hey, I'm in my Yahoo league that I've been going for like 11 years or something. Like, if anybody, I always cheer against the people who's already got a championship because I got one. There's like 2 people that got 2. And if you're trying to get that 2 or 3, I'm like, I don't want you fucking winning. You can't get that far ahead because I won't ever hold on to that shit.
I'll put it like this. I think there might be a little bit of cheering going on in the Cruise League, but I'm going to be real. I think everybody wishes everybody could lose. I don't think anybody wants anybody to win, in truth. Might be a little bit of cheering going on.
Nobody wants Chris to win in that home league. I can promise you that. They do not want him to go back to back.
Shoot, I think David just said today somebody said they'd rather Chris go back to back than somebody win. Than Dunk win,
David
maybe.
said that. Yeah.
Or something crazy. I can't remember.
David was in there pushing Dunk's buttons, man. He was making Dunk mad. Like, he was just talking, and I was just sitting there laughing like, it was so funny.
Yeah, a lot of shit talking. I'm gonna be real. The shit talking really ain't even begun because everybody's like trying to keep it cool. We got the playoffs. Like, Dunk ain't really talking a lot. I ain't really talked too much, but I've definitely said a couple things to Z. I said, smoked that Z pack not too long ago. I was back there on that back porch just puffing on that Z pack real quick, rolling up my Dunk pack. But wrote my name on that blunt like it's a bullet or something. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then whenever I get to the championship, I'm gonna have another one.
Here he goes. He gonna fucking lose this week now.
If I lose both, though, I really will. If I lose both leagues, I'll be dead, bro. Christmas. Really
Man, I was talking that shit in Average Joe's, and then as soon as playoffs start, I'm like quiet as a mouse because I know anything can happen. It don't even matter. Regular season don't matter no more. I know this shit's about to go down, and try not to talk too much shit.
Right.
I'm about to win another championship. I'm about to win 2 championships with Chuba Hubbard in my starting lineup.
Dang.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, he's got Green Bay this week, man. They like butter. He just gonna run all over them. I think Carolina might win that fucking game.
I think we will.
Shoot. All right. Well, looks like we wrapping it on up, man. We're getting on out of here. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Add it, tell your friends, and then listen to us talk about fantasy, and then come play fantasy with us. All right. Crabman, got anything to say to the folks?
I'm just one more thing. If you do lose both leagues this week, Matt, how long is it going to be before you want to do another podcast?
After the Super Bowl. After the Super Bowl.
next April.
Hey, we might just shut it down. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't care. I just love this shit too much. We'll probably be going right back at it the next week, I bet. If I'm just being honest. Ready to hop on that mic.
Yeah.
Y'all know how we do. Chris, anything to say to the folks out there?
Just good luck this week. Merry Christmas.
Yep. Oh man, yeah. Why we had a shout out to the poor man P. Miller. Dude got married just yesterday.
I didn't. Congrats,
So,
Yep.
shout
P.
out.
Miller. Welcome to hell.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to tell Phil we got a little message for him at the end. Make sure he listens to the end credits back there in the back.
Hey, Chris, your wife's behind you on your camera.
It would not surprise me one bit.
Dude. Well, thanks for listening to the podcast. But we out.
Peace.